see. I thank you for the ability to taste, and I thank you for the ability to touch. Without these abilities, I would not know what life is. I would not know what I desire for my life, and I would not know exactly what it is that I would like to achieve with my lifetime. And so, I thank you. I thank you, Heavenly Father, for giving me a day to live in. I thank you, Divine Mother, for giving me a world to live in. And I thank you, Holy Spirit, for guiding me to everything that is for me and allowing me to continue to succeed and grow and develop in this beautiful, amazing experience which we call reality. Thank you so much for being here. Yo, the energy, the energy, the energy. Ah! Have you started? How are you going? Bruh, the energy, the energy, the energy. I freaking love it. I'm having the best time. I'm gonna double check that you can hear me, because that would be awkward. Um, I'm having the best time. Yes, you can hear me. Fantastic. Now I'm trying to run this today a little bit more structured, coherent, and so I'm going to get straight into it. I've done a couple of shorts already, which give the indication as to what is gonna be going on here, with the astrology for today already covered in that short, and then the oracles covered to start with. The 22 card spread will be done here now, live, between me and you. And then obviously the people who are catching this on the replay will be seeing it on the replay. So in the here and now, I want to say thank you to the 920 of you. There are 920 of us in this group now. We make up 920 people of the almost 8 billion that make up the planetary experience, right? And so I'm pretty grateful that I get to be here and now, and I'm pretty sure that you're all going to have a really good time in the here and now with me too. So if you're catching in now, if you're here now, nice to see you. Hello. And let me go back to the astrology. So I'm going to look at the 7 days. I've already done the 1 day one today. That's one of the shorts. So if you come here through a short, g'day, hello, Grand Rising. How are you? If you've just arrived because you've swiped through, how are you? How you doing? The way this goes, I've got a pinned comment. Have a look at that. I normally will read the first 9 cards, and then I will have a chat with everybody who's hung around. Obviously, I don't expect that these readings will be for everybody. I don't really want to be a pick-me either, so I'm going to I'm going to just do my best to be a little bit more diligent with that, because I've been really struggling to maintain that, and so the first initial 15 minutes of the stream is a little bit difficult to manage, but that's typically how long it takes me to finish the damn. I don't know how to link the video. Damn. To this video from my laptop. I wish there was a YouTube school. Maybe I can copy these tags across to the 2 shorts so that they can get some traction, but otherwise this is gonna be annoying. Oh man, sorry everyone. This is exactly what I didn't want to do today, so does it matter? No. Okay, leave it be then. Fine, I lose. All right, let's do this. We'll go back to the reading. I don't know that I can fix it from here, but anyway. All right, so going into the astro weather for today. It is the 18th here, Wednesday the 18th. It is 6:12 p.m. here in Australia, and I'm actually tuning in from Melbourne, Australia, Victoria. If you're keeping track, I'm down the bottom end of the eastern coast of the mainland. We do have a little Tasmania beneath us, which actually is a little bit bigger than I remember, but yeah. So today, we had True Node go direct. True Node is direct at the moment. It's 8 degrees 56 minutes. It was retrograde for about 7 days. So there was a 7-day retrograde in the moment. This was an opportunity, I guess, for you, for me, for anybody to give themselves a break. Stop taking life so seriously and see what it is that you're actually moving towards. Give yourself an opportunity to slow down, take a break, take a breath, take a breather. Get into the things that actually you enjoy. Get into the things that you want to be doing with your day, with your life. I mean, we did have Saturn move into Aries 3 days ago. That's pretty huge. You may be feeling that responsibility, that discipline shifting, that energy within you shifting, but as well, it may take a little bit longer. The transits work about 30 days for Sun, so figure out the math on 2.5 years, 365, 365. 132.5. It's like over 1,000 days. Anyway, no, it's not. 2.5 years. Yes, it is. Over 1,000 days. So when you divide that by 3, you get 33.33333. So the first third of that period is going to be where you're starting to feel all the responsibilities, starting to feel all of the discipline, starting to feel more empowered to do the things that Saturn allows you to do. So what does Saturn talk about? Saturn talks about discipline, structure, lessons. So broom 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 broom. That's all I want to say about that. All right, so we talked about Aries, we talked about Saturn. What else is moving? What else is shifting? Neptune has been in Aries for a little while now. It's not really shifting any quicker. Neptune actually moves every 14 years, so it's not that important for the 7-day weather forecast, but it just still wanted to let you know that stuff was moving in the further away planets. In the here and now, all that I really need to tell you is that the Sun tomorrow is shifting into Pisces. So happy birthday, Pisces. Happy birthday, Aquarius. Sorry I didn't say anything to you, Aquarius, sooner, but yeah, it's my North Node, so I share that with you. Pisces, I actually don't share much with you. So I look to Scorpio and Cancer in my chart to try and understand the Pisces influence. What else is going on? So the moon today, tonight is in Pisces. Tomorrow, on Friday the 20th, it moves into Aries. On Saturday, it moves into Taurus. So we have Pisces being a 2-night moon event and Aries being a 2-night moon event with Taurus, and well, Taurus is it. Taurus carries out the final bits for it. So I'm just reading my ephemeris, so if you need to be able to know what I'm talking about, but this will give me sort of context for the reading as well. I like to layer information as scaffolding, and then I just read the cards as they appear without needing to focus on the scaffolding. So at about the time that the moon is in Aries, you're going to start feeling the shift, like the end of the end of Pisces in Mercury. So you're going to start feeling like you can express yourself more clearly, you can express yourself easily. What day is that? That's Friday the 20th. So by this Friday, you're going to feel like you have more ability to just sit with what you've received and actually put action towards the things that you're wanting to put action towards. And eventually you will arrive at the point where you feel the peace of the moment rather than constantly trying to chase the communication around. I will note that there is a retrograde coming up on the 26th, but I can talk about that next week. Anything else that I need to talk about here? It looks like there's a 0 at the end. Chiron. Chiron's at 23 degrees, so just be soft and gentle with yourself. Chiron talks about pain and healing. It's a 16 point, it's a 4 to 9 year cycle. So check your Chiron and check where the placements are at. At the moment, it is still in Pisces. It moves into, Chiron is in Aries. It's coming to the end of Aries. Sorry. But that, again, is so slow, and it's not really relevant. So I'm not sure why I shouted that out, but Chiron's in Aries, mine's in Cancer, so I've got 3 cycles left till I'm sort of in the moment again. And yeah, that was the astro weather. If you have any questions about that in the aftermath, just leave a comment. It's a little bit more difficult to do in the live, but yeah, I've sort of self-taught a lot of this stuff, and I don't know if I'm even doing it justice. So please give me some grace, give me some faith that I will eventually get there, and hopefully the right teacher appears to teach me the right thing. With respect to everybody who does follow the stars, thank you so much for doing what you do, and especially people who have put together works like this that I can just look down, reference, and continue doing what I want to do with my time, which is really helping people read their own energy, helping people come to their own sovereignty, helping people arrive at their own independence, and maybe showing them how to coexist, right? I think this world is big enough for all of us, and I don't see any reason why all of us can't be doing exactly what we dream to be doing. So, yeah, that's it for the astro weather. I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to put the ephemeris as my main thing. I'm going to have a quick look at chat just because I haven't even picked up the cards. Hello, hello, hello to the 3 people who have said hello. 2 people, sorry. How are you? How you doing? All right, I'm literally about to start this reading. Okay, sorry for stalling. I will leave you over here. La 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 la. Da 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 da, and I will hide chat so that I don't see it. And then I will put this there. So if I need it, I can look at it. But otherwise, let's get into some cards. How are you? If you are joining me here now, I will admit it's 11:41 on the clock. 11:11 might be important. 111 4. That is a 7. Shake, rattle, and roll, baby. Shake, rattle, and roll. Scrub away the air. All right, let's do this, people. It was a beautiful day today. The children were swimming. That was a little bit irritating, but you know what? The children should learn to swim when they're on an island. So the children are fine, and I was only there for about an hour and 20 minutes, and oh my gosh, who does legs on Monday? Anyway, that's not part of the reading, sorry. I will focus. Ooh, really? Oracle cards. Where are we going, Spirit? I picked up the Great Eastern Oracle. I was gonna pick up the Symbols card deck. Okay. Okay, girlfriend. What are we doing here? We haven't touched this deck in a while. The highest good of the entire collective. Messages for everyone's highest good. I'm calling to the here and now a message from the ancestors. Thank you for the life that you lived. I take a breath for you here and now. And I'm grateful for your interaction. Okay, so we have gifts of life appearing. Enjoy the scenery. Roads have turned. Gorgeous. This is giving me the Wizard of Oz feeling. Spoiler alert. Have you seen Wicked for Good? Oh my god. And then bottom of the deck for this will be release the creative genius. Unload the weight and fly to the sky. This definitely gives Wicked for Good. Wow. This is giving me the energy of the same way that people come is the same way that people will go. Whoa. So the same energy you present to the world, I think I said this before in one of the shorts, the same energy you're putting out into the world is the energy that's going to come back to you, obviously. If you're wanting to exist, oh, goodness gracious. How do I hide that? I feel like my face is hidden behind the pinned comment. Anyway, enjoy the scenery. Roads have turns. Seeing the Seven of Pentacles from the Crystal Magic Tarot, the Three Paths, the Gold, Silver, the Bronze. Okay. We are going with Mike Orion's Animal Tarot. Let's see what's going on. Do you want me to make the camera face down so you can see the cards, or do you want to look at my face? Let me know. Should I make a poll? We want 9 cards here for the collective to ascertain whether this message is for them. 9 cards, please, Spirit. Oh, how many we got here? Woo! Girl! Temperance. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, the 8 of Pentacles. The 3 of Cups. Is that in the reverse? Ooh, 2 of Cups. And the Death card seems to be on the shelf. And the Judgment card seems to be on the shelf. So I'll put the shelves at the bottom near me. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards here. So I need 9. So 2 more, please, Spirit. Cool. So I've got the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords on the shelf and the 2 of Swords in the reverse. And they came out together like this. So I feel like these are consecutive. Where are we starting? Well, I put in the center of this reading card number 33. Just so that you can see the 33. And maybe I'll scan the card up for you. Sovereignty. You have power over your mind, body, and spirit. Sovereignty. These are beautiful cards. They have light codes inside of them, which just by seeing them will activate things for you. And I will admit as well, I've got my Kundalini candle lit here. So sovereignty, where does that feel like it's coming from? Ooh. We're coming from here. Ooh, that's a difficult reading. So where do we go? 2 of Swords first or 7 of Swords first? 9 swords altogether. I get overwhelmed so easily. My anxiety makes it hard to breathe. What's come over me? It feels like I'm somebody else. Oh, I get overwhelmed in my mind all the time when I think about things going right. Royals and the Serpent may be important for you. That's a band. The song is called Overwhelmed. I get overwhelmed so easily. My anxiety makes it hard to breathe. Keeps me nobody. Da 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 da. I think we're coming from here, bro. I think fixed. Cardinal signs. Oh no. Well, then it makes more sense that we're coming from the 2. Because that is Cardinal Libra energy there inside of the 2, 3, and 4 of Swords. So this is Libra being given a choice. I don't know exactly what the planets are within this one because I don't know how to retain that knowledge, but when you're at a stalemate with the 2 of Swords, when you have those 2 swords in front of you and maybe you're blocking yourself from feeling something, from seeing something, from stepping towards something, this stalemate can feel like you're out of choices, you're out of luck, you're out of options, you're out of ideas. Yeah. And so when you do feel like that at the very center of this reads, whether you are Aries, Capricorn, Libra, or Cancer, no matter what it is, just remember, if you're an Aries, you can lead with it, lead with your own energy. Reach out to Mars. Ask Mars to give you some of their ignition energy, some of that instinctual energy that you can use. If you're Capricorn, reach out to Saturn. Maybe ask for some ways or some tips towards how you can master this moment so that you can move forward doing everything that you need to do without ever feeling stuck or hindered. If you're a Libra, maybe ask Venus to bring some balance into your equation. Maybe bring the right relationship, the right connection for you to advance in the ways that you want to advance so that you can progress out of this stalemate and move into something meaningful. So if you're a Cancer, then ask Neptune. Neptune? Damn. Is Cancer Neptune? Ideals, intuition? I believe so. Because the moon is Pisces? I don't know. I was way confident with that, and now I'm not. So I'm going to put the Seven of Swords down in the reverse here, actually. No, in the upright. Sorry, I'm trying to decide how this goes. So, the beginning of this reading, like I said, this is a difficult reading. So please just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Use your discernment. These readings are designed to be a general collective message. There are 22 cards, so it is my intention to deliver messages to the collective field. I know that I cannot hit every point exactly as you've experienced it because there are literally as many experiences as there are humans and animals and species that have sentience or consciousness. So I'll do my best to convey messages, but at the best, I can convey messages towards the people that this message is for. So I appreciate each and every one of you who's here and now, and I will rush along to finish this 9 cards so that I can chat with you. Thank you for the like, by the way. So the second card here is the Seven of Swords in the upright. Now, I'm quite open to debate about this, but I believe that this card, the way that I pinpoint this card is strategy. You have to employ strategy, right, to be able to build a spider web. You have to be able to employ strategy to be able to build a trap. You have to be able to build strategy. You have to have a level of intelligence to even arrive at a 7. I don't believe that people can do a 7 in the, like, I don't know, what? I don't understand how anything can be maintained inside a negative cognitive schema. I understand that Tara has a balance, but I don't think that everything is proportionally balanced for the culture of the time. How old is Taro? Where do we go next after this? So sorry, I didn't even explain the position. So the Seven of Swords here is inside of the possession and love position. So that talks about you using strategy to either recuperate lost love or you using strategy to ensure that you can continue gaining the possessions that you're after within your experience. So taking possession of something that you desire is basically like always having something on your bucket list and then going out and achieving it. Why? Because there's nothing preventing you from being able to exist inside of that dream in the here and now if you can already perceive it inside of your mind. You've already lived in that timeline. Your body is just catching up, right? Together, those ones add up to a 9 of Swords. And so, yeah, I feel like for you, this may have caused you some kind of blockage initially when you weren't able to decide one way or the other. But once you decided to enable strategy, once you decided to see your way through it, this is where you almost took the energy of Aquarius in the moment. Like in the here and now, I do feel like we've passed through an Aquarian moment and now we're more in alignment with ourselves. We know exactly how we want to express ourselves. We know exactly what we're going to be standing up for, standing against. We're not somebody who is a pushover anymore. We know what we want and we're willing to get it. We're willing to go for it. We're not afraid of chasing what brings us satisfaction. And I've just seen the Two of Cups, so that's obviously the next one. In the third position, creativity and intellect, we get the Two of Cups. So in terms of creativity, this cups typically talk to spirituality, they talk about connections, they talk about the element of water, and so they can talk about, I guess in some ways, resilience, durability, time understanding, time breakdown, compartmentalization, I guess. Whew, what am I talking about here? How long will it take for a drop of rain to break through a mountain? Well, we already pressure cut stones and even some metals with water already. I don't know if you've ever seen somebody come and do some septic tanking, but they have this really intense pressure hose that shoots through the grass and basically deteriorates the molecules in an instant. So what am I talking about here? This card here sits inside of creativity and intellect. I feel like you've connected with something inside of yourself. You've connected with the mirror version of yourself. Maybe you have connected with a twin flame. I don't know what message you're looking for in the here and now, but this card here tells me that after you went through that sword experience, you were more able to find peace within yourself. It's like these 9 cards are talking all about what you've done inside of your mind, inside of your experience, inside of your heart. So you were willing to go through, thank you. You were willing to go through a transformation in order to stabilize your foundation. Really find the connections. Yeah, the connections that are important to you. I see that again. I see the same sort of imagery here. The Two of Cups and the Death card, it's like yin and yang. I definitely feel that energy as well. You've been able to consider your darkness. You've been able to consider your light. You've been able to consider that without your darkness, you may have never been able to achieve further distance or even further understanding into light. Therefore, each experience that comes towards you must be on purpose, must be intentional, must be for a reason. So, in the here and now, where are we going? 3 of Cups? Judgment? 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups in the reverse. This talks about a community or not. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if you know much about quokkas, but this sort of makes sense. Wow. That's a connection I've never seen before. So, these animals look cute, right? Check them out. Go on. Look at how cute they are. Look at their cute little faces. Now, I want you to, if you're on a laptop right now, just open up another page, another tab, and hit into Google quokka. Quokka. Now, they live on Rottnest Island out in WA, just out of Perth. And you should find out what happens within this community, within this species, when they are threatened, which is potentially why they are the 3 of Cups. Because in the reverse, okay, when a quokka is threatened, the way that they treat their life is a little bit more like with self-importance, even more so than their children. And so maybe you've put a little bit more self-importance on yourself. Maybe you've realized you can't pour from an empty cup. You're not able to succeed anything if you don't have energy within you to even attempt, even to try. And so you're realizing I need to pour from a more certain place. I need to pour from a full cup so that then I am never going to be without my community. I'm never going to be outside of connection, because that's something that you've been working towards in this reading. It's something that you've been putting a lot of creativity and intellect towards achieving. So if you ever do feel like you're in this retrograde energy of this 3 of Cups energy, allow yourself permission to recognize where that's coming from, what's happening for you in that moment of time, because I can guarantee it's not all the time, is it? And so maybe check out what the moon is doing. Find some daily astrology to figure it out. Even I should link it in the description, but doesn't matter. Where are we going to next? Oh, it is emotion and willpower. We've got judgment here. And I'm pretty sure that these flowers here are copiwis, and I don't know if they're only indigenous or native to Chile, but shout out to Chile, shout out to South America. Peru, te quiero ver luego. Perú, quiero despertar en la estrella. Quiero caminar arriba de la montaña, llegar y Gastar tiempo haciendo nada, pero esperando lo ancestro. Like, I would love so much to be able to just express how much I have appreciated the mass awakening that I've been perceiving, feeling, seeing. And it was just 30:03 on the clock. This is the sixth card here. So willpower and emotion. You've done the work. You've awakened to yourself. You recognize who you are in the mirror. And I just note that there's 2 people in the chat and there's 2 likes. And I just saw the 2 X's. I'm like, ooh, 10-10, girlfriend. That's a completion. Bringing that all in for us, all right? In the here and now, just for the internal, external, I'll reference this again for the external. We do have in-breath, out-breath. Now, this position here is immediately connected to Libra on the external 12. And so just take this moment to look at this picture again. And yeah, I would appreciate it if we could all just take a breath in and take a breath out. Beautiful. I think. Ah, my mum's outside, I think. Hello. Hello. She's put out my washing. You can just leave it there if you want. I can hang it in a minute. No, it's not good. I'll hang it. Thanks, Mum. I'm just live. I have to say, you've got the best hanger. You can move it out there if you want. No, I'm going to bring mine here. Yeah, or that. I want to turn that spot into a gazebo so that I can sit out there and do cards out there when it's too hot for in here. All right, what's next? Sorry, guys, for the intermission. So that's the emotion and willpower. How are you expressing the awakening? You're just taking in the moment. You're recognizing that if you see something, then it might be for you. You're recognizing that you need to slow down to be able to receive messages at all. I spoke about the toroidal field in a previous message. I'm not sure if I did that just this morning. Check that video out if you want to. Toroidal fields somewhat look like, if you can imagine the North Pole being the front of the planet, not the top of the planet. The North is constantly receiving the radiation from the front of the sun travel while we're spinning around the sun. We kind of look like I don't know. Anyway, where am I going with this? Emotion and willpower. Awakening. You've had some kind of connection with yourself. You've given yourself the opportunity to realign yourself with your ancestry, your present moment, and the dreams and visions that you have for the future. You're not somebody who sits and waits for transformation to visit them. You're somebody now who recognizes when energy might be stagnant and it might be time for you to move forward. These are gifts that Spirit is giving you because you've been willing to sit still. You've been willing to find your own sovereignty. You've been willing to sit through the agony of a stalemate and potentially move yourself forward in a way that actually feels good. Move yourself forward in a way that is conducive for everyone in your environment to move forward, so that nobody's falling behind, nobody lacks, nobody needs, and everybody can sit together in the experience, enjoying themselves and sharing this moment ongoing, right? Wow. Okay. Now I move on to the 7th card. The 7th card is the Queen of Pentacles. Damn, oh damn. You've done well. You're somebody who expresses... Oh, what is this? Nurturing. You nurtured yourself back to life, is what I want to say here. I can see a lily here. There's 2 lilies. There's 2 what look like cabbages. I'm seeing like a light flicker in my eyes. Can you see that? It's just my mirror down here. I don't know why or how it didn't do that before, but yeah. Queen of Pentacles energy inside of the Be and Becoming. This is fixed energy. So remember, this reading is for Aries, Capricorn, Libra, and Cancer placements. Woo! I guess it could be Taurus energy coming through here. The ability to hold together, the ability to your alchemy is different. You alchemize the energy that comes towards you into success. You transmute everything you lack into everything you desire by the world presenting you with the choices. So you make the choices to move. Capricorn, this might be your influence of an energy as well. It's very much you've mastered yourself, you've mastered your emotions, you've mastered your femininity. At least you can get in tune with your emotions and you're not afraid to express them. You're not somebody who expresses irrationally, you're not somebody who expresses unthoughtfully. You're somebody who has experienced many cycles under the sun, under the moon, and so you're just somebody who you bring, like, I don't know, like this equilibrium with you as you progress through your experience. And the toroidal tree comes out in this northern quadrant, so this would be connected to Capricorn here. The toroidal tree says explore pathways of light, branches to roots, ideas made manifest. So you might have been nurturing your connection to the universe. You might have been nurturing your connection to your higher self, to your lower self. You may have been resuscitating parts of you that maybe you sacrificed in the past for someone else. Queen energy there, right? Sacrificing for a king. The energy that you put out is the energy that comes back to you. I think the people that I'm speaking to in the here and now, you understand this. And so you're living a life that honors everything that you are feeling within yourself. I had this 333 energy come up before, and I guess that is 369. I see like 3 dots, 3 lines, and then 3 dots underneath. And it's like as above, so below, as within, so without. I get it. The field can only show you what you're willing to receive, what you're willing to see, what you're capable of understanding. And so when you allow yourself to expand, grow, stretch without any concepts of limitations or fears, then you are just able to move forward. You move forward with strategy and you move away from people or even from yourself in times that you just can't deal with yourself. So you might go for a walk. You might actually go out, get in your garden, get on your hands and knees, tear up some potatoes, plant some carrots. Like, I don't know. How do you do grounding? What is it that you do to ground? Do you go for a walk? Do you go for a read? Like, do you read something? Do you sing something? Do you do some exercise? Do you go for a swim? How do you calm down? How do you regulate your emotions? How do you regulate the experience that you're having through this human body, through this human vessel, as a spirit, as a soul, as an observer behind, at the very back of the experience? How do you, the person who's watching this video right now, how do you? I want to know. Moving on, 2 more cards to read, and then I'll join you in chat. I've got the 8 of Pentacles, okay? Now, this card here appears in the reflection and the mirror. I feel, therefore I protect, okay? Whew! You've done the work. What am I supposed to say? You've done the work. You've transformed quite easily, quite happily, quite willingly. This is why the universe is rewarding you with the connections that you've been looking for. You've done the work. The only thing that is next is for you to release the outcome, release any expectations, because the universe can't give you everything it wants to give you inside of your expectations. You don't know what the universe has on offer for you if you're able to give things back, because it had to inspire you. The universe had to inspire you to continue to achieve whatever it inspired you to achieve, and then you were going to do it. Maybe it is a twin flame connection, but either which way, you were always willing to do the hard work. You were always willing to take a second look in the mirror before you threw a judgment. You were always willing to receive the karma for a judgment. You weren't afraid of the hard work. You want this to be your last lifetime, and so you will continue to work at yourself. You will continue to inspire yourself to wake up, to achieve one thing on your list if that's the only thing that you can achieve. Because at the bottom of the wheel, this here is talking about Cancer. If you're able to put the work inside of your emotional, inside of your inside of your body, instead of externalizing. So instead of saying, oh, how do I, what do I, bada 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 but, you say, This experience can teach me something. This experience happened to me for a reason. I can choose to take this experience personally, or I can consider and remember that I am a part of the collective field, and this is just happening to whoever is present in the here and now. So I'm seeing the movie Ghost Train, I think it is. I'm gonna walk like a man, yeah, talk like a man, yeah, walk like a man on Friday. Any world. Oh my god. Don't. Robert Downey Jr. might be important for you as a resonance. I'm not sure. But the reflection in the mirror. So all of the hard work that you've been willing to put into yourself, believe you me, it's about to come back for you. It's about to come and find you. In the same way that genetics can come up in pregnancies and oh, I thought that had already left the genetic pool. Those two colored eyes, it's about to happen. Chimera syndrome may be something that's important for someone. I don't know, but genetics have been coming up a lot lately. Get a blood test. I don't know. That might be for someone. I don't know. And I'm really looking at this, and the root chakra did come up in the previous reading. And anyway, the oracle card for the southern quadrant, the Cancer quadrant, or the internal, I feel therefore I protect is spaciousness. So spaciousness says take space to recalibrate your energy. Yo, doesn't that make sense with nurturing? I think it does. But anyway, this is not for that one. This is for this one. Do you know what happens when you spend time building all these pentacles? Do you know what happens? You need more space for the things that you buy. Like I've been planning and thinking, okay, how do I fix this so there's no rain? How do I do this? How do I do that? And then I'm like, wait, where am I gonna fit all of this? Like I'm starting to be like, oh, maybe I need a house, maybe I need an apartment, maybe I need more. And so be willing to recognize that you're allowed to take up space. You're a human being, and 22 might be important for you. 22 is also final parts of air. I'm just drawn to tell you that. So it's time for you to realize that you can take up space, take space to recalibrate who you are, how you feel, because nobody on the external should be able to tell you any better than you what you're feeling, what you're thinking, how you're gonna do anything. Like you are an enigma. Let it be that way. You don't want to be understood by everybody. That is common. It is common to be understood by everybody. It is common to be accepted by everybody. We're not running for president here. Like this isn't a presidential scheme that I'm running on YouTube. I'm trying to run for my own adventures and goals. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to be here to take up space to do what I want to do and have fun with people that enjoy my energy so that I can enjoy your energy back. Like, isn't that the vibe? Like, don't we just find our people and then end up hanging out with them and end up learning their first names, end up learning their children's names, end up learning and doing life with each other, sharing recipes with each other, going to each other's cookups? Like, that's the kind of collective field that I'm looking to be a part of. That's the kind of collective field that I've been working towards. I've been looking to entertain, host, gather people who, I don't know, someone like me, somewhat strange people, weird people, WYRD. Like, I'm a creep, I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? Oh, I don't belong here. Oh, no, no, no. He's running out of love. He's running out of love, 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 love. Maybe Radiohead Creep is important for somebody. I don't know. Don't take it if it doesn't fit. And now, the final card here. The ninth card for the internal nine. This is expression and passion. We have temperance. Sagittarius energy through here, but it's not for you, Sagittarius. It's for Aries, Capricorn, Libra, Cancer. But Sagittarius energy talks about expansion and belief. The Temperance card talks about bringing balance to the equation. And so I will say in the here and now, Just because you've woken up doesn't mean that you need to employ strategies of malicious intent or even personal gain intent. There is still a cost to this reality. There is still a path that you must walk after taking advantage, right? If you take advantage and you're not given advantage inside of a fair field, then you will have to meet that eventually. It's just a universal law. The energy that you choose to put out, the way that you choose to encourage people, support people, invest fear in people, suggest division to people, these things will come back to you. These are experiences that maybe you will have to reincarnate as their lifetime in order to understand the effects of your influence, the effects of your words, the effects of your power. Therefore, you've been able to put one foot in the water. You've been able to get maybe even this Cancerian energy coming through here with this crab, right? Cancerian energy talks about nurturing, feeling. And so you've been willing to see that you're not going to put negative energy out into the field because you definitely don't want to be dealing with that. And if you have any loved ones or if you have any dependents, you definitely don't want that energy coming back to you now, do you? It is just universal law. The way that you choose to interact with the universe is the way that it will react to you. You think that it doesn't see what's happening, but the eye of Sauron just came into my head. The eye of the moon is always listening. It is always receiving. It is always taking on board the messages that you choose to deliver to it, right? It is a satellite that floats around us and it guides our emotions. We are not to be guided by our emotions. We're not to allow our emotions to dictate what we choose to do and how we choose to do it. So, in the here and now, the very last card will be Occupy Your Being. This is the fourth oracle card for the reading. Oh, fifth, actually. And yeah, Occupy Your Being talks about reside fully in your skin, merge soul with every cell, integrate yourself into your own experience. Give yourself permission to trust your body, trust that you know exactly what you need to do right now for yourself. There is nobody else outside of your experience, outside of your mind, outside of your heart that can tell you what's important for you. Only you know what's important for you. There's literally like, who can tell? Oh, who can tell you what you want? If you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever, cause friendship never ends. If you want to be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is. So here's a story from A to Z. You want to get with me? You better listen carefully. All right, let me bring the laptop back. And I will say hello to anybody. How are you? Hello, collective. Have I lost you all? Have I lost the plot according to you? How are you? Last person to chat. Sunflowers, moon power totally resonates. Creep is an anthem. I'm a Cancer with Sag moon. Nice to meet you, Sunflower moon power. I'm actually Chiron is Cancer, so I vibe the Cancer. I vibe the emotional starting place is a good place to start for connection. So yeah. It's me, Nymira. Nice to see you. I'm not sure if I've met you on this channel before, so I'm not sure if I recognize that name at all. So, hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. I hope you've been well. Fingers crossed some of those 9 cards resonated with you, and I can finish the rest of the 13 cards, and then I can give the top 3 chatters a chance for a personal reading, if you want one. Up to you. It's me, Nymira, coming in from the Netherlands. It was 8:19 at 6:20. Okay, that makes sense. Let me go back to the beginning. Maxels cute _FR. Hello, how are you? Sigma boy. Clip it, but tag me in it so that I know what you're doing with my words. Oi, I'm from Oz, mate. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. There's a bird on the roof. I love angel messages. Thank you, Archangel Raphael. That's my Raphael bird. And then, yeah, just Namira. Okay, so cool. All right, so hello to everybody. We've done the 9 cards. So if you're in the here and now and you haven't heard the 9 cards and you want to know if this reading is for you, feel free to reverse to the very beginning. Hit your settings button and then hit 1.25 or 1.5. It will speed it up, and fingers crossed you can come back to the live. When I do finish the 20-second card, I will change the pinned comment to 20-second card done. So no matter where you are in the live, you can come back to the live and get a reading, especially if you've been willing to chat. So I have got the laptop on the side so that I don't get distracted by the chat. And yeah, anyway, I'm going to go back to it. So there are 4 people in the here and now. If you're going to stay in the here and now, we're doing the external 12. If not, fast forward to the beginning and yeah. I'm going to get this going again. All right. So, external 12, please, Spirit. All right. So, what's going on with 12 o'clock, please? Starting with 12 for the past energies of Aries. Where is Aries energy at? Where are they starting? Where are they going? How are they feeling? Ooh! You completed a shift, Aries. This card here is the Wheel of Fortune. It's a scarab. It may be important. What do you think? Do you think I'd look good with a tattoo of that, like right there on my chest? Cool, maybe. Or like that. Nah, I don't know. Anyway, so distracted just then. I don't know what happened. So it's the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So I'm not sure what is going on for you, Aries, what was going on for you, but my condolences. I'm almost instantly drawn to pull a clarifier. So it's 12 o'clock for Aries. 12 o'clock for Aries, please. Highest good of the collective. What's going on with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse? Ooh, 8 of Swords. Okay. So there was something that you were stuck in your head about. There was something that was restricting you from being able to move forward. This may have been a emotional drama from the past, but it may have just been a blast from the past. It's also something that you're going to take control of if you choose so. So this card here is the Magician. The Magician talks about you choosing to lay hold of your power or not. You choosing to lay hold of your self or not. There's no reason that you have to stay stuck in any kind of situation. You are a conscious being. You are somebody who has the ability to see out into the future with the third eye open here. And you're somebody who has regulated their emotions with the heart chakra here. And you're somebody who is very, 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 very creative. So even if you are inside of a restriction, you're going to get out with the solar plexus chakra here. This Wheel of Fortune energy in the past is like, you had to go through this in order to move into your next experience. What is this next experience though? It comes on the back of you employing some kind of strategy. Remember, we have the 7 of Swords on the inside, which lead to this 10 of Major Arcana. I always go to say that. The Wheel of Fortune. All right, what's happening at 1 o'clock for Aries? Oh, we got 2 cards. So that will be 1 o'clock and that will be 2 o'clock. Thank you very much. All right, so we have an 8-9. Oh, we have an 8-9-10, Aries. Woo! 8-9-10 is your loop, should you choose to exist inside of it, to get back to the beginning, the Wheel of Fortune, and try it again in a different way. You're somebody who has integrated the messages of your past. You're somebody who's been able to see dangers before they came forward. You're able to see your own shadows. Therefore, you're able to do shadow work. You're able to recognize the shadow work that needs to be done inside of the collective field as well. And you're somebody who's embodied. You're somebody who has integrated messages. You're somebody who has the ability to really just radiate love and self-expression from a place of honesty, from a place of authenticity. There has been an instance where you may not have been dealt the easiest cards to deal with, but you're somebody who always comes back to themselves. You always return to your own magic. You always return to your own light. You're somebody who has this magician energy about them, and you're not somebody who looks back to restrictions with any kind of hesitation. You look back and you think, okay, how can I gain independence from a situation which could have otherwise have drowned me? So moving on, your 3 o'clock Aries, 2 o'clock, sorry, is the Nine of Pentacles. This card talks about independence. So you're somebody who's maybe quite independent when you come into co-relation, codependent situations. You may still be a little bit more hyper independent than is necessary. When you're able to trust that the field will bring you the right people for you, that will bring you the right thing to keep you entertained, the right thing to keep you going in the right direction for yourself. This is when the energy of the past, when you encounter nostalgia, this is when that energy is no longer going to influence you. So it's not going to put you into your egoic state where you're going to be combative, where you're going to be aggressive, angry, any of this. It's going to give you the ability to enter into Scorpio energy with a lot more peace inside of you. Therefore, you'll attain transformation a lot sooner, and you will be ready to integrate. You will be ready to work with others so that you can continue on your path, because ultimately this life is pretty lonely if we're doing it just for ourselves. It is a lot more fun when we're doing it all together, right? Or is that just me? I don't know. Maybe. All right. What's going on for Cancer then? All right, Aries, that was your reading. What's going on with Cancer? What can I say for 3 o'clock? If you're going to use this as an entire reading for you. So 3 o'clock would be the 12th card. This is the first of the Cancer, so the energy you came from. I got the Hierophant pop out in the upright inside the deck. So you're coming from a place of structure, Cancer. You've brought stability to your home life. You've brought stability to your emotional well-being. You've stabilized your experience so that it's not unsettling. You've been willing to take up space. You've been willing to take up space, and you recognize that you're somebody who's going to take up space. So if people can't deal with that, then maybe they're not your people, and you're okay with this. You know that you can move in any direction that you want to, and there's nothing holding you back from achieving everything that you desire. You're somewhat of a snowflake, huh, sweetheart? You're beautiful. You're unique. Your design is unique. You've had a set of experiences that nobody else has had. You've had a life that nobody else could have. Even if you've got siblings that lived in the same house as you, you're somebody who is maybe coming from some kind of military family. Don't know, Cancer. Doesn't need to be, but I feel the strictness. I feel the order. I feel like there's two really these really two firm pillars behind you. And maybe that's saying that you've got 2 university degrees. I'm not sure. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. What's going on for you in the current moment, Cancer? We got the 6 of Pentacles. We got 5, 6. If the next one's 7, that'll be interesting. So your emotional foundation at the moment, Cancer, is pretty stable. You're giving, actually. You're giving energy to the field because you've been working so hard. On the inside, we've got the 8 of Pentacles, right? So 8 and 14. Cancer, you've been able to temper something for yourself. You've brought a material stability, and then you've brought some security to your experience as well. You've been willing to slow down enough to recognize you will burn out if you don't pay attention to the energy in, energy out ratio. You're not a machine. You can't just sleep and that's it. You've got to eat the right foods. And, Cancer, I feel this, like, because my Chiron is in Cancer, 4 to 9 years. That's how long it takes to go through this process. So yeah, anyway, I don't want to steal attention. Come pull me back into the reading. You came from a place of structure, Cancer. You were able to take up space, and so now you're in a space and time where you're able to, maybe you're purchasing a new car, maybe you're getting a new job that gives you a higher tax bracket. I literally am hearing higher tax bracket. It comes on the back of somebody recognizing your work. Somebody seeing the transformation that you were willing to go through on the inside when no one was watching. You were willing to connect with people who were going to help you on your path. You weren't afraid to look towards your future, really. You needed to integrate all of the energy that's come before you and allow yourself to take away the messages that were for you. Allow yourself to be inside of the energy that moves you forward at a pace that's comfortable for you. It doesn't need to be any faster. This life is not a race. We get to the end of our lives and then that's it, right? We're just at the end of our lives. And so, I just saw 10001 on the clock. We've been going for an hour, I think. Is that an hour? Yeah, it is. Woo, girl. What is coming for Cancer in the futuro? What's the futuro here, please? Spirit? Said you want to be starting something. You got to be starting something. Too high to get over. Yeah, yeah. Too low to get under. Yeah, yeah. You're stuck in the middle. Yeah, yeah. Your pain is thunder. And that's the truth. Cancer. Getting pops, but they're not popping. Double Virgo pop just there for me. But it's also Capricorn. Coming energy. 5 o'clock. Card number 14, please. Ooh. Should I have been taking them like I was taking the other ones? Probably. Is that why you're not popping again? Come on, Spirit. It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot. I want to take my clothes off. Oh, Cancer, you do not want to give this up, do you? Woo, 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 woo. We got 2 cards. It's the Page of Swords and the 5 of Cups behind it. That would mean that the 5 of Cups is for Libra. Damn, girl. And the Page of Swords is for Cancer. Okay, girlfriend. Okay. So we go the Hierophant, then we go the 6 of Pentacles, and then we go the 5 of Cups. Cancer, what's going on? What happened? And I try. Oh my God, do I try? I try all the time in this institution, and I pray. Oh my God, do I pray? I pray every single day for revolution. And so I cried. Oh, it's not fair, and I think you're really mean. I think you're really mean. Lily Allen, it's not fair, maybe relevant for somebody. I can't live if living is without you. I can't live. I can't live anymore. I just saw 333 on the clock. Dude, relax. Do you know how many fish there are in the sea? Anyway, grief is a little bit more intense than just a breakup, all right? Grief is a little bit more intense than just a heartbreak. I can feel your heartbeat, you said to me, Enrique Iglesias. Oh, the way you look at me is just not right, and I can tell what's going on this time. There's a stranger in my life. You're not the person that I once knew. Are you ashamed of letting him know it's you? You're not the one that I'm into. There's a stranger in my life. Now, I just freaking butchered Hillary Duff. My bad. Oh, she's coming to tour. She's going on tour. I have been waiting for this for a while. Where have you been all my life? All my life. Where have you been all my life? Okay. Five of Cups here for me is not bad. When I see Five of Cups, especially when the previous cards were all right, look, you're somebody who has structure. You're somebody who is equivalently exchanging with the universe, with reality. You're somebody who gives as much as they take. You're somebody who takes as much as they give. You're not somebody who takes more. You know the rules. You know that the way the world works. That's why you're out there. That's why you're out there giving it to the world, right? You're no longer in the High Priestess energy. Cancer, you're somebody who is in the Hierophant energy. You've ascended. You've traveled through your experience and you've gotten to the point where cool. Taurus energy and Taurus energy. You are more willing to just stabilize what you've been working so hard on. Like, isn't that the point? To enjoy this life, to enjoy the fruits of your labor, not to get to retirement age according to secular society and then try to enjoy it, like with whatever body you've got left. Like, I don't know. I don't know how that ever became a guarantee. That, like, I know a lot of people that have bad health and don't make it all the way to retirement age. Like, it's just a common thing. And then what happens to their life? What happens to everything they've been working for? What happens to everything they've been working with, working for, right? Does it all go to waste? What happens to them? What happens to their stuff? Well, maybe 4 to 12,000 years ago, you might have put all your stuff inside of a tomb with you, and your body inside of a sarcophagus, and you would have put your heart, your lungs, your brain, what else is there? Liver and kidney inside of canopic jars. 5 jars to represent the 5. Anyway, that is not what we talk about in the here and now. This is for later. That's not for here. Anyway, Cancer, you're somebody who exchanges with reality very much, very quickly. You know exactly what's coming after you, regardless of if you're choosing to have children or not, regardless if you're choosing to leave behind a family legacy. You're somebody who recognizes that you can learn your emotions, you can learn your feelings, you can learn what grief is, and you can go through grief knowing that it's never going to take you out, it's never going to take you down. Grief is the halfway point to a completion. Grief is inside of the 10 of Cups, because look, here, hear me out. Card number 1, card number 3, card number 5, card number 7, card number 9. That is 5 cards that represent you inside of the cups, the way that I read it, okay? So card number 5 works as card number 3. For you, you are somebody who has been going through grief, potentially Cancer. It doesn't need to be. You are somebody who has been experiencing someone else going through grief. You've been able to help someone through something that maybe nobody else could. Maybe you were the only one who could facilitate this kind of exchange for them. You were the only one that was able to give and provide the transformation for this external reality. Maybe this is coming for you because you were willing to go through this transformation. You were willing to continue to work hard. You were willing not to see a stalemate as a loss or a victory. It's a stalemate. You just have to accept what it was, what it was. It is what it is, right? Like, there's no point in trying to control the world, trying to control the outcome, because ultimately, when it comes to another individual, we all have free will. And nobody needs to listen to nobody, really. Like, everybody's got free will, and everybody can go wherever they want. So, Cancer, that was your message there. I should have just pulled clarifiers, because I feel like I just pulled way more out of my own spiritual tank. And, yeah. Or I just didn't breathe. All right, Libra. All right, Libra. Your first card is the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords talks about curiosity for me. Now, this curiosity comes on the back of you going through some kind of transformation. So you might be getting curious about the types of relationships if you're taking this whole reading as it resonates. Maybe you're getting more curious about your relationships, Libra, specifically the Eastern message here. You are somebody who is getting curious. Curious about this awakening? You're getting curious about what? I don't know. I'm getting a little bit R-rated energy here. It's like just a little bit. All I really need is a little bit. Not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit. Woo! It's getting hot in here. Woo! I got the sun coming out for you, Libra, in your current energy. So you were curious, but now you're confident. Now you're the king of the jungle. Now your energy is reading as, okay, if this is where I'm going, if this is where I'm supposed to sit inside of the collective field, if this is supposed to be where I fit in, then I'm gonna fit in, and I'm gonna keep doing my bit inside of the field, because if I don't show up as myself, who am I gonna show up as? There's no carbon copying in human form, so I show up inside of the relationships that I'm a part of as I choose to, and then when I do, I not only have an internal reawakening, realizing who I am, but I have an external confirmation coming for me that everything that I've been doing is in alignment and everything that I'm reaching towards is for me. So, Libra, you'll know if this message is for you because I get the High Priestess coming out. So, following Cancer, who they had the Hierophant coming out, you, Libra, at card number 17, have the High Priestess. That's beautiful energy. You go on an arc of curiosity into the sun, which is, what is the sun energy? I'm forgetting in the here and now. Oop. I can take some painkillers. Do-da, do-da. Vitality. That's right. So the sun talks about vitality, and after that, you move into the High Priestess. This is where you actually move into, from being someone who's vital within a relationship, within a connection, within a field. Like, it's like giving the impression of you've been working at the company for so long that, like, they can't replace you. To replace you, they're going to need to get 3 or 4 or 5 people to try and do what you do. Libra, you're just somebody who's gone through maybe a multitude of awakenings. Maybe you can check out where your Pluto is sitting, and maybe even potentially your Uranus is coming to mind with these 2 cards. Check out what is actually in store for you for your North Node. Where are you supposed to end up in your lifetime? North Node moves at a cycle of 18.6 years. So, interesting note on that I might come back to if I remember, but if anybody wants to remind me of that. But yeah. I got a story for you about North Node, and thank Fook I completed my North Node cycle, and so I don't have to go through with that again with that person. Fingers crossed the energy is done with her and I'll never have to see her again, right? Because I don't need to be seeing exes if they're still doing and acting the same way. So Libra, that was your message. As always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Your oracle card today was in breath, out breath. Move with the breath. Balance the flux of life. I've got the magic in me. Every track I turn into gold. Now everybody wants that pressed up magic, magic, magic. Woo! I got the magic in me. All right. So now moving on to Capricorn. That'll be the 22 cards. So yeah. Capricorn, 2 of Wands. You made a choice in the past. You made a choice. Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening. Hey, Galileo, Galileo, Galileo Figaro, let me go. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family. Spare him this life of reciprocity. Easy come, easy go, and then let me go. He will not go, he will not let me go. Let me go! He will not go, will not let you go. Let me go, will not let you go. Let me go, will not let you go. Let me go! Dudes, the Tower. This is revelation. This is a shocking revelation. Capricornio, I believe... Armand, you make me laugh so much. You pop into my head at the most random times. I want to ask Armand if he has any Capricorn placements. I don't know if you know the Renaissance Tarot, but go check him out. If you're looking for a twin flame reading, if you're looking for something of a love reading, he's probably one of the better ones. I've been trying to do what I can to get myself in the right energy to be able to sit comfortably in those messages without trying to argue against it. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a lover boy. I love love. I don't know how I needed space from love, but I'm back. Anyway, Capricorn, something's about to enter into your field. Definitely getting Saturn energy. And I'm going to look towards the stars for a moment. Give me a sec. Okay, so Capricorn, Saturn is moving from 0 to 1 degree, and it has been 0 degrees for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. 8 days of 0 degrees, and then we're going to have 2 days of 1 degrees. Now, I'm going to tell you if we have 8 days of that also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. It's an 8-day per degree cycle. So, all right. Once we get to, in 16 more days' time, theoretically, 16 to 24 days' time, you are going to be experiencing the final moments of the transit, right? Saturn is in Aries, so it's going to be less fluctuations. There's going to be experiences of less fluctuations. We're in a moment where this energy is currently hitting everybody. How you choose to breathe through it. If you remember the card from the previous, from Libra, in breath, out breath, that was kind of the advice that comes around the clock before we get to Capricorn, right? So in the here, in the present energy, whenever you're catching this reading, Capricorn, you've come from having made a choice. You've come from having made a choice. Maybe you chose yourself. Maybe you chose to go into a relationship. Maybe you chose some kind of attachment. I don't know. I'm looking at the bottom deck energy, which is the devil. You chose some kind of attachment. That's also Capricorn energy with the devil. So it's definitely a message for Capricorns. They'll probably get it. This won't be for everybody, but yeah. You've been willing to choose yourself. You've been willing to choose something inside of your experience that was important to you. Therefore, you're being rewarded with a shocking revelation. This revelation is along the lines of the way that you choose to put energy out into the world is the way that it's going to come back. And so if you slow things down, if you give yourself time, if you give yourself patience, if you nurture the moment rather than trying to rush it, thank you, Spirit, you're going to get your Ace of Wands moment, okay? You're going to get re-inspired. You're going to get the new inspiration to chase it, to follow it. You're going to be able to use those 7 swords in this future energy to achieve the highest of this. Maybe you'll use these 7 of swords to complete a 10 and be at this. I don't know how you're going to take this and how it resonates for you, Capricorn, but this is the energy that I'm getting. And obviously in the present energy, it does come through the Queen of Pentacles, which this card talks about nurturing, and this card talks about a revelation. So something you've been working on the inside is about to be revealed on the outside. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, Spirit. By you choosing to incorporate the messages of the toroidal tree, which says, explore pathways of light, branches to roots, ideas made manifest. Yo. This reading reads itself. These cards read themselves. I appreciate everybody who was here in the here and now. I'm now at the end. 1:19:19 on the clock. 19:19. That is basically 10. Isn't it? No, 19:19 is 10:10. So 22. But the 4 there, I don't even know what I'm talking about. The energy you choose to put out is the energy that will come back to you. So make sure that you're putting out clean, good, safe energy that is usable by everybody, anybody. And when you're expressing, remember to express with love at the highest level. Allow yourself the opportunity to express love so that you can receive love. Don't be afraid that it's not going to be returned to you. Having fear separates you from the connected experience, and therefore you should allow yourself to continue to flow freely from your heart space, from your third eye space, from your pituitary gland, and from your heart, right? Your rhythm. Groove is in the heart. Groove is in the heart. Groove is in the heart. It's a new day. That was wonderful. New day. That was wonderful. Okay, I think I'm done. Release you, release me. I said release my body. How's it going, everybody? Woo! We finished. Does anyone want a personal reading? Is anyone still here? Alright, so if you've been hanging out with me since the very beginning, I appreciate you. I'm trying to do my best to get my viewed time up. So if you could do me the favor of hitting the like button, hitting the comment, and commenting whatever part resonated with you to make it through all the way to the end. I'd appreciate that. I like the live chat, which is different to commenting. I know that it feels the same from the user end of YouTube, but live chat is a separate feature to comments. So after the video goes live, you can comment on the video if you like. But yeah. Thank you to everybody who has been doing that. I usually voice memo back to you because I've got time to. It is 7:29 just now, and I'm getting a bit hungry. So I kind of want to go for a swim because, yeah, getting a bit hungry. I might go eat something. Maybe a steak or a parma. Steak and a parma. I don't know. Does anyone want a reading? Otherwise, I might just disappear. I'm going to go use the bathroom really quickly, so give you a chance to say, yes, I'd like a reading, or for me to come back to nothing, and that's fine too. Oh, I saw a dragonfly. There's a dragonfly out here. Ooh. Oh. Hi, Mr. Dragonfly. How are you? Oh my God. Look at her butt. Boys, toys make noise. Used to live in Detroit. Big thing. Oh my gosh. I think I did the wrong reading today. I think I was supposed to do the 22 card collective clock, not the Cardinal. Because I was supposed to finish this reading before, and boo. Oh well. Okay. Let's see. Did anyone want a reading? Thanks for hanging out. Hope that was good for you. Hope you got something out of this. And if not, there are plenty of other YouTubers on YouTube for you to gain messages from. So, yeah. All right. Sunflowers, no drama. What's your star sign, sweetheart? Sweetheart. Sunflowers, no drama. There we go. Oh. What is your star sign? To the window, to the wall, to the wall, to the sweat drop down mop. Oh, you crow. Oh, ski ski motherfuckers. Oh, ski ski drop down. Let me see you get Oh, you scared, you scared. But who's scared, you scared. No, do that, do that. Whew. All right. I'd love a reading. Have you been here before? Can I just open up your channel activity and maybe I'll see you here before? Yes, you've been here before. You're a Cancer. I was talking to you before, wasn't I? Literally. I'm a Cancer with Sag Moon. Do you know what happens to my head? Awesome. That's literally what I do too. I go to the gym and I listen to my favorite readers on my headphones while I'm at the gym. If they're like pa 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 like punchy enough. Otherwise it's like, oh no, I need to listen to gym music. Anyway, I remember now because I read it too, and I actually read it out loud before. You're a Cancer. All right. What would you like to know according to these cards? Because you've got the Hierophant, the Six of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. So we can look at the energy in between those cards. We could look at the energy of the individual cards, or we could look at the energy that comes before it or comes after it. Up to you. How would you like me to read for you? I'm going to pull an oracle card for you as well. Ooh. The Fool is in reverse. So, this is a beginning. The end of the beginning. Oh, this is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. Feel the earth move, and then feel my heart burst again. Let the sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall and face it all together at the sky fall. Oh my gosh, girlfriend. I don't know what's going on for you. But, okay, so in between, you had the ability to start a new relationship. You had the ability to bring structure to a relationship or a connection. You had the ability to be the guide, the leader, the dominant, the person who was actually going to lead the relationship in a direction that was going to be conducive with very structured success. I was looking at these two pillars before and they weren't making much sense, but I guess when you incorporate the divine masculine, the divine feminine nature that every human being embodies, this is where somebody can operate in this structure, right? You're somebody who has been integrating these messages to try and move forward. And so you are at the end. You're at the end of a beginning. You're at the end of your beginnings. You've potentially already begun everything that you will complete in your lifetime. You just have to give yourself time to achieve. You have to give yourself time to allow it to unfold. If you need to spiral out for a moment and just draw something or scream at something or swim in something, then do it. Give yourself the ability to slow down, to receive, to energize with the moment rather than energizing the moment. So be comfortable in receiving energy and giving energy in the same way that you have been ongoing, right? What's going on with the next card, please? I'm coming home, coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. Let the rain of yesterday wash away. Oh, girl. Music makes the people come together. Hey. All right, so on the internal, you were somebody who was willing to do the hard work. You were somebody who was able to see that this lifetime is difficult without being willing to commit some time, some effort, some energy to yourself. If you're always giving to the world, then you're never able to really give to yourself. So you learned this lesson and you started doing things that brought you enjoyment. You started to exchange more with yourself so that you could receive everything that you wanted to. It's not a matter of, oh, if I do this, then I'm going to get this. It's more of a matter of, well, I would like things to work well for me, so I'm going to do my best not to attract any more karma. I'm going to do my best really to move forward towards Dharma. And because you've made that movement, you're getting an emotional renewal. You're getting some kind of healing. You're getting some kind of restoration coming for you in the moment, in the here and now potentially. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Again, you're embodying who you are. It's like spirit has restored your soul, your essence, your mind, your heart, and has really allowed you to experience, even, I don't know if you know, but last year was the year of the snake in the Chinese lunisolar calendar, and now we are in the year of the horse. And so this energy that you're feeling right now might be pertaining to Saturn and Neptune, which have moved into Aries with the astrology weather that I mentioned before. But also, you may just be in a moment where your crown chakra is just activated. You're receiving messages from your ancestors. You're receiving messages from your Akashic records. You're able to tap into the past in a way that gives you permission almost to complete things that are left outstanding, is the way that that wants to come out for you. Because potentially the people who have come before you did have outstanding business to achieve, and that's why there's this experience of grief inside of your lifetime. You were willing to look beyond, look internally, look past, look back, and to recognize, how is it exactly that I can move forward without being encumbered by the past, without being burdened by a skin, a flesh, a identity, a person, a cloak, I feel like. And so you moved forward, you moved away. You were just willing to recognize that maybe you took this moment that Saturn was moving into Aries. Here it's pictured in Pisces. This person is moving away because maybe they can't deal with the emotions inside of this cup. At the moment, I feel like you're moving away from things which are making you feel empty, making you feel hollow. You're moving towards things that actually give you fullness. You're moving towards a journey maybe of the Hermit. I know that last year was the year of the Hermit. This year would be the Wheel of Fortune year, according to me, a Capricorn year. Woo! But also last year, the breakdown of 2025 is actually a 9. So it was a Sagittarius year last year, and I didn't even know. So, Sunflower, yeah, that's your reading. Sunflower Moon Power says, yeah, it's been a bit rough. I've had to stop overgiving. I'm still learning to put myself first, but it's gotten a lot better. Yes, been following the Chinese New Year stuff. How cool is it? It just gives you a slower pace to enjoy the year, right? Now, I think of the movie In Time. Let me wrap up your energy here. Bottom of the deck is the King of Swords. Uranus energy really did want to come out here quite a bit. So I do feel like you're somebody who is in alignment with themselves. You have a sure sense of who you are. And you're going to get better at knowing when to extend energy and when to hold back. You're going to get better at knowing who to extend energy towards or who to withdraw your energy from. Because ultimately, it does cost something to go through this rebirth, this death and rebirth energy, and grief can be that cost. So you're going to get better and better at maintaining your cups full, all 5 of them. I'm sending that energy out to you. You're going to get better at keeping all 5 of your cups full, so that then when you meet somebody else that has 5 cups of their own, you're ready to kiki, kai, whatever it is, and no one's going to get in the way of no one. No one's emotions are going to run away from no one. Everyone's going to be self-regulated, including you, including me, including everybody that we come into contact with. Okay, that's your reading, girlfriend. Hope that resonates with you. I think that did. And yeah, thanks for being here. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you chatting. And yeah, let me see about the next person. Lawik Oogs. Usk. What? I don't even know how to say that name. Macy. I try to say goodbye and I choke. I try to walk away and I crumble. Though I try to hide it, it's clear. I won't function when you are not near. Goodbye and I choke. Try to walk away and I stumble. Though I try to hide it, it's clear. No dramas. What is your... No worries, Sunflower. I appreciate you being here. Honestly. I don't ever know who is going to be pushed into my chat. I don't know who's going to be pushed into my channel. I don't know. If you know anything about YouTube, it's a little bit random. And so, yeah. Fingers crossed. Messages help you do what you need to do in your lifetime. And that's all that I can hope for as somebody who reads tarot, as somebody who shares my energy in this way so that each and every one of us can win in our own way when we need to, when we have to, including me. So yeah. I only offer the truth. You got to walk through the door, right? All right. Someone stole your wallet a few days ago and left you a Pokemon card. That is so random. G'day, that damn OJ. How's it going? I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away, fire away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. All right, Macy. La Wicus. Macy. What is your star sign, sweetheart? And let me check if the other person is currently here. It's me. Naimira, are you around? Would you like a reading? Depending on who is where in the chat afterwards, after I finish the reading, is who I offer it to. But basically, after the first one gets offered, the next two that are in the top three get one, and then the last person that's in the top three gets one, apart from the other two. So yeah, feel free to chat it all up. And yeah, Libra Eastern, Scorpio Western. Okay. Are you saying tropical and sidereal? I will do my best, but I only know tropical, I think. I only know Western. So you probably know more about all that stuff than I do. Probably, more than likely. Considering I've only been doing it for about a month or two. I just get hyper-focused. And I end up maxing out my internet with with knowledge. So yeah. I'm a little bit of a nerd. Perfect. All right. I'll leave that there for now. All right. So how would you like your reading? Your first card was the Page of Swords. So There is some kind of curiosity coming towards you on the back of you having had some kind of transformation, right? You've been willing to see what's yours. The energy inside of the page can be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, the way that I read it. But more so, I feel like this is more for you, Libra. You're getting curious about relationships. You're getting curious about what direction you could take with connections. It doesn't need to be intimate. It just is connections is the word that I'm getting thoroughly through here. You've been willing to push the reset button on a lot of connections in the recent past, and this is what's given you the ability to move forward with your joy intact, with yourself intact, with your mind moving with your body, your ego not necessarily taking over, but protecting you in places that you need it to protect you. You've had this awakening come for you on the inside with the Judgment card. You've been able to recognize that maybe not every relationship in the past has been what it was supposed to be for you. You needed more in the here and now and started giving that to yourself. That's where the Sun card comes out in your immediate position. You're somebody who's currently got a lot of vitality inside of their experience, and you're somebody who's moving towards a deeper knowing. Now, would you like a card for each of these lines before I move on to the last card? Or would you like... Yeah, that's sort of what I'm going to do. Would you like how I gave to Sunflower's Moon Power? A card for each card? 3 cards? I think that worked really well. I just do energy reading, so whatever pops out, pops out. In the past, interesting that I showed this before reading you as well. We do have the Knight of Cups. So in the past, the Page of Swords clarified by the Knight of Cups. You're not only somebody who's curious, you may actually be somebody who's curious enough to go out and take an action. The energy inside of the Knight, let's see. The energy inside of the Knight is Scorpio energy. So this is fixed energy. Yep. That doesn't make any sense for me. See, the Knights, I think, would be either... The Knights, I think, should be Cardinals, because they have all the energy to start things. Like, that's what they've been training for. And so if the Moon was in Cancer here, to change the definitions on the card, you've been somebody who's been getting comfortable with their feelings. You've been getting comfortable with what's going on inside of your body. Therefore, you're able to change the way that you perceive your past. You're somebody who recognizes that you can't do everything. You can't be everywhere. You can't be at every party. You can't be at every function. You can't do all the things. And so the transformation that I'm feeling that came for you, or that you were reaching forward towards, is a transformation of how you connect with others. You're beginning to crave meaningful connections. You're beginning to crave resonance inside of your heart. And so you're not somebody who will just willingly walk into a relationship or a connection without knowing exactly what might be coming for you inside of that connection. You're somebody who, remember, okay, here we go. 3 cards already. So the King of Pentacles in your current energy, and then the Knight of Wands in your future energy. Oh, girl, I don't know. Are you currently single, Macy? That is a lot. There is a lot of gentleman energy. There is a lot of masculine energy inside of your reading in terms of clarifiers. So I feel like potentially either you are about to be in assertive energy. It is the year of the horse, the fire horse. So potentially you are somebody who is going to be taking up the saddle, going to be taking up the reins, connecting the stirrups, connecting everything that needs to be on the horse, and then having the right equipment, right? You're going to prepare yourself for this year of the horse that we're transitioning into, so that you can be ready to ride that horse at the time that it manifests itself for you. You're bound to meet the horse at some point this year. It's just a matter of when and if you're ready to ride it, right? And so you've brought with you the keys that you unlocked through your awakening, this internal awakening that you went through. You recognized that there might have been a community that was no longer serving you, holding you back from transforming into the things that you wanted to, manifesting the things that you wanted to. You had this awakening, you had this revelation, you had this realization, and so you moved into pouring that same energy you used to give away so freely into yourself. this is going to be noticed. And I will say that there are 3 potential masculine energies around you. The past energy coming back could be a little bit more trigger happy, a little bit more emotionally unstable. I'm not sure how this is going to resonate for you, but you've already transcended this person. This is almost like the universe is bringing this person back to you to see whether or not you have arrived at where you need to arrive at, so that the current energy can come for you, right? Which the current energy is confirmed by the King of Pentacles. Now, this energy is nice. This energy here, I would say, would be, Sagittarius energy. Is that Jupiter? Jupiter and Taurus? Well, it's a stable Sagittarius then. I don't know. Oh, it's not even Sagittarius. It's freaking Capricorn. It's Capricorn. Sagittarius is fire. What am I talking about? Jupiter is the planet that has dominion over Sagittarian, but that's got nothing to do with earth signs. This card here talks about mutable energy for me. So the king is somebody who understands they can hold it together or they can move in a new direction. It's up to them. They've got that mutable essence about them. There's somebody who is moving, somebody who's moving at a pace that's comfortable for them. This also gives Virgo energy, sorry. So Libra, somebody who's brought refinement to your experience. You're somebody where by the time you're ready to encounter this King of Pentacles, if it's going to be a man on the external, congratulations, you've done the work. But if it's going to be a matter of you taking hold of everything that's happened in this moment for you to decide to be assertive, to follow the energy of the year, the yang, the fire, the assertion, the passion, the speed, this is what moves you into your next energy, which is a lot more free, I think, than the king and the knight, which is the page of Pentacles energy. Pages can go anywhere. Pages can work under queens. They can work under knights. They can work under kings. They can be a page to any of them. Therefore, they can really get a different perspective. They can shift the perspective of their experience, of their intentions, and they can look towards the moment without any over encumbrance. They're just in the moment physically. They're people who must remain in the moment in order to contain or to hold on to this inner knowing. You will from now on always recognize, I'm no longer vibing with something. It's time for me to go. I know where I need to go. I know when I need to go. I know how I need to go. You're in the energy of somebody who has gone through quite a bit. If you've been in a relationship in the past with somebody who was emotionally unstable, you're going to be in a relationship next, if not yourself, with somebody else who has that stability about them and maybe will show you new ways for yourself to move forward. For convenience, for comfort, for pleasure, it's how you feel, right? And then in your future, if this energy is not how you're going to be presenting, then it may potentially be a child that's born in the months of Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, So just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you're not looking to be pregnant anytime soon, then obviously, or whenever you're ready to be embodying, living as this energy, somebody who has physical stability that others look at, but not covet. I don't want to give you that energy. People look at you and they can take lessons for themselves and then continue to move forward in their own path, in their own light, with their own third eye leading the way, right? So yeah, that's your reading for you. That's your reading. Macy, that was intense. Most of that was channeled. I try to say goodbye, but I choke. Hey, try to walk away, but I stumble. Though I try to hide it, it's clear I won't crumble when you are not near. Goodbye, and I choke. Try to walk away. Nice to meet you, Macy. That was wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate you. Those words are pretty meaningful to me. So I appreciate you too. Thank you for being here and now. Thanks for catching me live. feel free to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And yeah, once I get memberships up, the first tier of memberships is just going to be, I don't know, I'm going to have different options, but I know people will use it however they want to use it anyway. I was thinking of having, once memberships become a thing, I was thinking of having, one tier, like the first tier with collective readings, with, individual, 22 card spreads for the individual star signs. So doing 12 over a month, 3 per week, and releasing them sporadically through the month. The 22 card spread, I want to be doing a general public one, but I also want to be doing a membership side one. But yeah, there's so much more that I have on offer, so much more that I want to offer, but I'm trying to make sure that I've got the spaces to keep the container around the people that I'm trying to cater to. I appreciate that this is a live right now, but yeah, my intention is to offer people guidance when they need it most, and to be remunerated in a way that's fair and appropriate. I do feel like I do good enough here to receive some kind of acknowledgement, and yeah, words at the moment, viewership time at the moment, that's amazing. That's really what's helping me get towards my goals, my objectives. And yeah, so we started this live with 920 subscribers, and we'll see what we are at the end, right? I don't know what's happened, but I'm tapering off to about 1 or 2 per live, which is pretty much how I started last year. So I just feel like I'm in reset vibes, and yeah, fingers crossed I can start when I've got the energy. But yeah, let me double check the top 3. Does anybody want a reading just now before I disappear? It's me, Naimira. Are you here? It's me, Naimira. Are you here? Thank you, Macy. That was fun. All right. Well, that's it. That damn OJ. Are you still around? I don't know who's here. There's one person viewing. Who are you? Who? Who are you? Who? All right. 2 hours is my budget for today. 2 hours is my budget for today. I got 1 hour and 53 minutes. Anyway, let's see. I'll just pull these out and go with clarifiers, confirmations, anything. Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, as I wrap this up, let me know if there's anything else I need to say to the collective in the here and now. I've got 7 minutes left. So what is it? Whoa, that's a lot of cards. We've got the Fool. It's time to begin. It's time to begin addressing conflict. It's up to you to choose. It's up to you to use your magic, to use your spark, to practice patience, to observe when it's important for you to be clear, to be resilient, and to look towards something new whenever you want to. There's no reason that you have to complete. There's no reason that you have to continue chasing anything. You are somebody who has been doing the work. You've been manifesting quite a lot of balance into your experience. Therefore, you've been obviously bringing order to yourself, order to your collective field. You've been more willing to do what you need to do. Therefore, the universe is revealing where you can nurture, what you can nurture, how you can nurture, and you are going to feel a lot better in due time. Trust the process, relax, stop struggling against the universe. It literally is trying to work with you, for you, as you, for the collective field, as you literally in the collective field, and for the future that you have the potential to leave behind. So stop having stress and give yourself permission to enjoy the moment, the here and now, as often as you can. Stop and smell the roses. Stop and give that cat or that dog a pat on the head. Stop and feed the birds some seeds. And yeah, other than that, have a good one. This was awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you who were here today. I appreciate the likes, the shares, the comments, the subscribes. Thank you for joining me for this journey, and thank you for being a part of it. I wouldn't be here without you at this point in my YouTube journey, and I appreciate and I value each and every one of you. Thank you so much for stopping in, saying hello, and for participating in chat. I appreciate you so much, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace, love, and light for the rest of eternity, please. But obviously, if anyone tries you, don't forget, you got teeth. You can use them. Sometimes you bite your tongue. Sometimes you bite someone else. Nibble, nibble. All right. Have a good one. I appreciate you. All right. Bye. Bye.